Bev's Video Kingdom is intended for a mature audience. Listener discretion is advised.
I can brag your favorite podcast. Let's start this thing. Woo!
The fuck was that?
What the fuck? Did you guys hear that?
Was that magic?
Was that Mark Zuckerberg?
Was that your new button?
Kill it! Hey! Hey! Welcome to Bev's Video Kingdom. Here we are. It is the day that everybody's been waiting for. I'm so fucking excited right now because you know what? I'm looking for that first dub of the season.
Yeah, you are.
Oh my God. I can't remember who has wins right now. Who has wins?
Oh, I know. I have 2 wins, and Nick joined me in the win club.
Yes, sir.
For this magical first season.
Cool, you guys feel warmed up now?
Yeah, I'm upset about all of it. I've got to fucking appeal into the U.S. Supreme Court. We're gonna see if these victories are gonna hold.
We're already litigating.
Did you see
appeals out there?
When I said victories, the big quotation marks that I made with my hands? These victories.
I'm gonna side with Nick. You got 0 wins, you get 0 opinions. And you get grenadine.
And you get grenadine if you want it.
Oh man.
Jesus Christ.
Today, for the draft category, we went with, because we just did a movie, The Prestige, right?
We just did it.
That's what we
Everybody
talked about.
dug Prestige. It's a fucking great movie. If you haven't listened to the Prestige pod, go watch Prestige.
Hey,
go listen to the movie.
We went long, but when you're talking about Christian Nolan, I mean, when you're talking
Christian
about
Nolan.
Christopher Nolan and Christian Bale, I just put them together. They had a love child.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Yeah,
Christian Nolan.
But when you get those guys together, it's going to be a long pod because we really got into it. We talked about all sorts of Christopher Nolan stuff. So
Deal with it.
no, enjoy it. There's some very good
Savor
discussions.
it.
I really enjoyed it.
Also, because we edited it sort of like The Prestige so that you listen to it in strange time order. So,
Yeah, it's backwards.
You'll love it.
Yeah.
We also revealed that Nate has a twin. His half the pod is his twin. It's kind of wild. So go check that out.
It just looks like a third nipple now, but it was a twin at some point.
Yeah,
Before it was-
I absorbed it. So we're doing Christian Bale. So we were gonna have Lauren Allaire on as our guest judge. She kind of inspired it. We were like, Lauren's a friend and she's on Instagram. She's a model. She is an artist and she's a big movie fan. So she was like, I was like, well, what are your favorite movies? She's like The Prestige and I love Christian Bale. So she was gonna come and do a little Prestige, a little bit of that. And then she got called in last minute to do a cool shoot, a modeling shoot. And so she had to bail. She's going to jump on with us later, but we're calling her out anyway because she was a little bit of the inspiration here for the draft.
I mean, Lauren, I don't know how you could think that some modeling shoot is bigger than a BVK appearance. I mean,
Major error.
if you think
Career
like
suicide.
30,000 Instagram followers is a lot now, think of how you'd have like 30,005 Instagram followers if you did the BVK podcast.
That's the Christopher Nolan twist we're talking about. on this pod.
All right, so we're drafting Bale characters. Is that what I'm hearing?
That
The
is
most memorable Christian Bale performances.
Yeah,
So we can't just take Bale like the whole Batman series is what you're telling me.
that's right. Those are separate performances.
Brad would not let that happen.
I was adamant about that.
Can we take Bale if we just we make the argument that he was the voice of one of the Pixar characters?
Yes.
Sure, 100%.
Can we take
Please.
Bale as in the role of the Muppet Kermit the Frog?
Yeah,
I thought it was
if that's
animal.
what he did, for sure.
Perfect.
yeah. I don't think he played Kermit,
It
bro.
was an animal, bro.
Come on,
Cookie
all right.
monster.
Who's
you got to be a true thespian to be Kermit. All right, Brad. How did we pick our draft order today? Because I'm coming for that throne,
What
but
magic?
You know what? I really enjoy magic, and so I was walking along the streets of San Francisco, and this guy was spinning. He had cards, and he was kind of moving them over
ooh, a
each
little
other.
3-card Monty.
I thought it was a magic trick, and I walked up, and he's like, "Hey, pick a card, pick a card." And I was like, "Wait," and he's like, "Oh, give me $100."
yeah, I was gonna say he robbed you.
I gave him $100, and then he started twisting the cards around and moving around, and he said, "Pick a card," and I picked one, and it said Nick. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I was like, where'd this come from? He's like, all right, let's try again. He's like, $100. So I gave him another $100.
Oh, shit.
Spun those cards around again, and then all of a sudden the second one that came up, it said Nate.
Oh my God.
Dude, I could have.
So now I'm invested. I'm like, okay, I got to see how this turns out. So I gave him another $100. He spun those cards around, flipped them around. I chose a card, and this time it said Zach.
Oh my God, Nick, Nate, Zach, and Brad. He listens to the theme song.
I don't
That's the
know.
exact order that I wrote it.
That's the magic of it.
thought it was
I think
with
that's
Nate,
what it
Zach, and
is.
Brad.
I gave him the final $100 bill, and the last card said Brad. So yeah, that's how it went
Shit,
down.
how crazy would it have been if the last one would have been someone else's name?
And
That's when we told you we kicked you off the podcast.
It said Scotch. It said Scotch Beck.
Oh yeah, you were out $500 and you were kicked off the podcast. Damn.
I'll sell you the next draft order for $250. So
Yeah,
Save me-
that's a
save me
fucking
some
deal.
dollars.
Hundos.
Hey, speaking of what you didn't mention, since Lauren had to bail on us, we got Scotch Beck in the house.
We got Scotch
Yes,
Beck.
sir.
And I'm never not excited about Scotch Beck. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Scotty is he's the OG draft judge, and there's nobody better in the game.
Nobody better.
Look at this kissing up. I think he's hoping that Scotch is listening right now.
Did you hear that, Scott? Nobody better.
This time, the fun thing is that we actually let Scott just sit in the house, and we were all sitting out on the back porch here, and Scott says, "Well, I got to get out of here so you guys can do the draft." And we said, "Okay, why don't you go sit in the house?" And then about 1 second later, Nate got up and said, "I better go tell my wife so she doesn't walk out and get scared." just a big bearded man on her couch.
And what's sad is that he's in there watching Caillou.
Yeah.
Oh
dude.
my
I
God.
will kick him out of this house so fast. His stupid head will spin. All right.
So we got a draft order. Let's do this.
So it sounds to me like
Okay, so if
Nick-
we're going most memorable Christian Bale performance,
Are we going most memorable or are we going best?
best Christian Bale performance.
I think it's kind of the same thing in this
With
instance.
Bale, I think it's the
yeah.
same.
I just want to say, Nick, I'm typing in right now. I'm typing it in. I just want to see if I'm right.
Best. Oh, you're picking his pick?
Oh, he's calling a shot.
I already know Nick.
I don't know if you're gonna Patrick Bateman, American Psycho.
Oh my God.
Look
I
at my
hate you
screen.
so
Look at my
much.
screen. I'm not deleting anything. I typed that in.
Zach, if you thought that was making you, I'm sorry.
Well,
but-
I didn't know I was going to have third pick, but yeah, at the beginning of the day, I told my wife, I was like, I'm taking Patrick Bateman with the first pick.
You guys didn't see when I did the little draft order over here. I clicked it and I saw that order and I was like, fuck. I just kind of like to myself. I was like, damn it,
That's
fourth
what I wanted.
pick.
Okay.
I'm surprised by that. I am surprised
you
by
didn't
that.
think I had the
pick.
nuts to pick that pick?
Wait, you didn't think Bateman would go first?
I thought that he might be there at 3 if I'm being
No
completely
way.
honest.
That's a crazy take.
I mean, the movie is 100% a showcase of how fucking amazing he is as an actor.
It makes it a little easier for me because if Nate doesn't pick my number 2 pick, at least I get that.
Is there a second of the time that he's not on the screen? Like, is there any scenes where he's not in the movie?
And just being absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Well, he's all. I mean, this also launches his career. I mean, like he has some things before that where he's non-trivial roles, but I mean, this is the deal, right? Like he
As
becomes
his
Christian
adult
Bale.
career, his adult career.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I mean, yeah. I'm not going to say the sleeper picks I have.
Don't talk about any other movies.
All right. So this is a tough one to choose. So I got to take him as Bruce Wayne, but the question is which movie. And I think I got to take him as Batman. I don't know. Does it matter? Bruce Wayne
It's the same
/ Batman in. I guess I'll go with The Dark Knight because that's the most popular movie.
Should we? Oh, Brad, you said that we could pick Batman from 3 different movies. Can we pick Bruce Wayne from 3 too? That would open up 6 more possibilities for draft pick. I got him as Bruce Wayne.
No.
No, we're
Hard
saying
pass.
performance. Performance would count as a single movie, I believe.
All right.
Damn it.
That's
All right, well, that leaves my number 1 Bale pick, which is Dickie Eklund and The Fighter, which is one of my faves, and I fucking love him as a
Great
cracked
pick.
out meth head in that
So this might be the spot. That might be the spot where memorable and best are go apart because I just don't think enough people saw and appreciated The Fighter.
It was a big deal when it first came out.
It was nominated for Best Picture, I'm pretty sure.
It
Big deal.
was, but it was not. It was not a super popular movie.
wasn't.
It's not one that's well remembered.
It didn't stay
it's
a
not one
big
that's
deal for a
remembered as like a part of his.
Which is
obvious
crazy
deal.
because he
He kills it.
He lost the way. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, and honestly, that's probably my favorite Wahlberg too. If we're getting into Wahlberg, I'm not a big Wahlberg guy, but man,
Big Boogie Nights guy.
I love Boogie Nights and Rockstar, but I don't think he's necessarily. I mean, I
As
guess he's good. He's just different in those.
Different.
He's not. It's kind of cartoony to me a little bit, but maybe I'm wrong.
All right, so I am on the wrap here, and boy.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy. Okay, so I'm gonna go with my 2 picks, and I think these are just solid picks both. First one.
Well, good. I'm glad you're.
I'm putting on the T-shirt. I don't think I've done this very often of putting on the T-shirt, but I'm gonna put on the T-shirt.
Wow.
And take the Prestige as Alfred Borden.
Now, which one are you going to take? The nice one or the mean one?
So you're gonna do past Borden or present Borden?
All right, so Prestige, Alfred Borden.
I can't argue with that pick, Brad. I think there's a couple that
I went a little early.
I like the pick.
I think that's a reach.
I don't think so. And then my second one
Was
is
on the reach around.
I'm hoping our guest judge has seen this movie because god damn, he's excellent. The first time he actually gets to give out his actual Welsh accent, and that would be Ford versus Ferrari. Ken Miles.
I knew that you would be the one to grab that one early.
I love that reach. I love it.
Not if you look at the performance, not a reach.
A great performance
at all.
There's some shit on the board.
Not a reach at all. So Ken Miles.
For a lot of actors, I'd say sure, but this is Bale.
Well, have you watched Ford and Ferrari?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, I have. In fact, I believe I accidentally own it.
One of those I'm trying to rent, but I bought.
Probably.
Nice.
But I will not ever probably. I might watch it one more time. I don't know.
All right. So yeah, 2 outstanding picks on the Reacherito.
Yeah.
Zach,
For the 2-time winner.
I'm going to go again with maybe more memorable than best, and I'm going to go with Bale as Trevor in The Machinist.
Jesus.
The skinniest dude around.
Gotta go with your Zach pick.
He doesn't eat carbohydrates.
Oh, man.
Trevor Resnick, and I guess that was named supposedly because it was a play on Trent Reznor.
Reznor.
Yeah, kind of interesting because he's kind of skinny and pale, and that's what he is in The Machinist.
I wanna fuck you like an animal.
All right.
We talked with Scott.
Yeah, thinking
that was
about that.
my favorite Flying Blind cover of all time, by far.
So there's a part of me that wants to just take Batman again, but
Well,
Nate's got
I will
three
say,
Batman.
I'll say you took the wrong Batman already, so that's okay.
Agreed.
Go ahead, try and get the right one.
I'm going to take him as Dick Cheney in Vice.
Oh, you bastard.
for
Good
the,
call.
For the second round.
Had to go by this.
So I didn't see Vice, and I will admit it.
It's good. He is ridiculously good in it. Like it's you feel like you're watching Dick Cheney, and Dick Cheney and Christian Bale look nothing alike.
So many of the little mannerisms. Somebody's got a phone close to something or other. I don't know. But yeah, the little mannerisms and things, just amazing. Like there's just little things you've seen Dick Cheney do, and he's got them down to a T. Just little movements, little eye shifts, and kind of like head nods and things. It's pretty goddamn.
Do they go into him like shooting his brother-in-law with a shotgun?
Yeah.
They do?
No, yeah.
Oh, they covered all of it.
I'm going to watch it just for that part.
it's
good.
It's a good movie.
It's unbelievable. You have to like remind yourself that you're watching Christian Bale.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good.
Does he legit gain all that weight? Or is it
A lot of prosthetics.
Okay.
They got either they were for sure nominated. I don't know if they won for like best makeup.
I do think
Really?
he gained some of it though. I mean, I don't.
Well, I know he fluctuates. Like,
He
up and
gained
down a
40
lot.
pounds, and he says he regrets doing it. But yeah, he definitely chubbed up a little bit.
Man, I just can't imagine. Can you guys imagine just being like, because I do it like on accident. I'll be like, oh, I just gained 30 pounds. You know what I mean? But can you imagine like on purpose being like, all right, I got 6 weeks. I'm just going to eat everything possible. Like it sounds so awesome until like day 4, I bet you. And then you just feel like dog shit the whole time.
You're wrong.
You think so? I think you would feel so bad.
I would just eat squeakers for every meal.
just fried cheese.
Fried cheese.
Nate's juggling squeakers into his mouth. He's just flinging them up in the air and catching 3 at a
Remember how
time.
you threw that popcorn into my mouth during the call that time?
I would just do that all day long.
Yeah,
But with squeakers.
Squeakers, in case you don't know.
Squeak me, bro.
Dust Bowl Brewing Company is here locally, and they have a tap room where they have fried cheese from Hillmar Cheese Company, and they call them squeakers, and they're amazing.
Dust Bowl, if you mailed us squeakers, we would still eat them.
We do.
Yeah.
Straight from the USPS
Or not even.
box.
It wouldn't even have to be
You
like
could go
2-day air.
Yeah, you could go 3 day, 4 day.
Third day. I'll eat them third day.
aged.
I'm not. I'm saying I might have eaten them third day
With a
That's
glass
what I'm
of
saying.
Merlot. Yeah.
a little ranch and a little marinara, and we're good to go.
I was watching this thing that was saying it's cool to eat mold as long as the mold is not black. You can eat like
That blue
white,
stuff?
like blue, the freaking like the hairy white stuff. You can eat all that, and it wouldn't even necessarily be bad for your like digestive system.
It'd be like
that
it's
would
like,
be
it's like
like-
drinking kombucha.
Isn't that fucking wild? But if you eat black, if it's black, it can fuck you up and it'll make you poop your
It's
pants.
black. Take it back.
Yeah, if it's black, poop your
Send
pants.
it back.
Yeah.
Why does mold have to be racist?
Oh no. I'm just talking about mold, Brad. Jesus.
I said, why does mold
Mold,
have to be
yeah.
racist?
Oh, mold's places against the color black.
It's a mold.
Hey, somebody cancel mold.
Yeah. Mold just got its
You heard,
Facebook.
it here, you heard it here first on
canceled.
Best Video
Mold's
Kingdom.
Facebook
Mold
page
officially
just got taken
canceled.
away.
Me too, mold.
All right, Nick, did we stall long enough?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, sweet.
Speaking of body
Time's up, Mold.
transformations, I'm going Irving Rosenfeld from American Hustle.
I thought about that one. And speaking of, he does put on the weight. I think he might have a
It's
prosthetic
damn
belly. but
close. I don't know.
Pretty good there. Yeah.
It's an amazing part, and I don't know. It was the first time we had seen him transform. I mean, it was before Vice. We hadn't seen him go that way.
Yeah.
We had seen them. We had
To the
seen
big-
Machinist,
the big
but
way?
We hadn't seen
Yeah.
him go the sloppy with the comb over and the belly. And
Well, I saw on his IMDb he's scheduled for another David O. Russell movie. It's like an untitled David O. Russell thing. So
And he's just on edge. He's desperate. He's got Jennifer Lawrence, right, as his wifey. He got Bradley Cooper in that, who's amazing. But anyways, that's my Irving Rosenfeld. And then
That's one I got to revisit, Nick.
it's a great part.
That's a great.
he's
I mean, not just even
It's a
just
fun-
him. I think it's a good,
it's a
fun
fun
movie.
movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Fun movie. It doesn't stop.
I'm upset because my pick that I want is not going to come back to me. In fact, Nick's probably going to take it right now.
Let's not. I don't know about that. But as far as I got to revisit Batman, I would shoot myself in the dick if I didn't.
And that was Brad's pick.
And I'm coming back to, I got to go OG, Batman Begins.
Agreed.
I thought about that.
He does the most work as Bruce Wayne and Batman in that, and you get to see him like becoming Batman. I mean, I think it's so much more focused on him.
Yeah.
In
The
that
origin story, I mean, if you're going to talk about like Batman, The Dark Knight, he loses his, Maggie dies. So that's a big one. You get to see him go through that in Dark
I mean,
Knight.
dude, can you imagine? He already lost Katie Holmes, and now he loses Maggie.
Right. Well, which is
Poor
why
fucking guy.
why Nate took it. I understand.
They didn't just replace her in the third one with a different girl.
They're just like,
She's back again.
and now it's Anne Hathaway. Here we go. It's off to the races. And it'd just be like Nate's trifecta.
But yeah,
Funny if Maggie Gyllenhaal came and played Catwoman. That would be random.
All right. I'm gonna go pre-Psycho.
Wait. It went Nick, Nate, Zach, and Brad. Okay, got it.
yeah.
Back to me.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Someone was going. It was Nate. I figured he was out of turn.
Usually,
Exactly.
it's entirely possible. Okay, so I'm gonna jump back, and I think, as tempting as it is to take Newsies,
Please take it.
I got to go with what I think is truly the role that launched his career, which
Seize
is
the day, Nate.
Empire of the Sun. Jim.
Jim from Empire of the Sun.
I think it's
Spielberg.
pronounced
Is it Yim?
Yim.
Yim. The J is silent.
Heim.
Soft, Jay.
Your name is Hein.
Heim.
I have not seen Empire of the Sun.
So do you guys, you want to hear a fun movie, Stupidity? Have you guys ever seen, I think it's called The Whole 9 Yards?
Yes.
Yeah.
And is it Bruce Willis that, or the two? Who are the two people? The brothers that are named Yimmy and Yanni, Jimmy and Johnny Gogolak, and he pronounces it Yimmy and Yanni Gogolak.
Yeah.
There's literally no one named Jimmy and Johnny who, in my head, I don't pronounce Yimmy
Yimmy
and
and
Yanni.
Yanni.
Really?
Well, and the fact that you have cousins, Yimmy and Yanni.
I refer to them as Yimmy and Yanni.
Did you just call that new category that you just created right here on the spot on Best Video Kingdom? Stupid video stuff?
Let's
I'm just-
go.
Oh.
With stupid videos.
All right.
That's
never
like
mind.
what our podcast category is, I'm pretty sure. When you look it up on Apple, it's like, we're the number 4 stupid video stuff podcast.
Yep, for sure.
All right. That's what I'm taking.
So it's on to me. So can I take like one of Patrick Bateman's alter egos or something? Because fuck.
There's a whole lot to pick from here, Zach. You had time.
Fuck. All right. This is my third pick. I'm going with an easy pick for me because I really dug this movie, and I'm going to go with Bale as Quinn Abercrombie in Reign of Fire, which is
fucking
a
love
really
that movie.
ambitious movie for the time that it came out. It was good.
Love that movie.
My dude Matty M, and it's a good one.
It's a fucking cool way to tell a dragon story.
It's a great story.
Amazing. If you wanted to say,
It's
I
not
want to
about
tell
the-
an original story about some fucking dragons that is bordering or is cool, and the characters Christian Bale and McConaughey, just his character is fucking badass.
Yeah,
It's not it's
so
not
badass.
about the creation of Abercrombie and Fitch.
No.
Matt McConaughey's not Fitch.
Like Abercrombie and Fitch is like
Reign of Fire.
The Reign of Fire is when you walk by Abercrombie and Fitch and you could smell all that fucking cologne coming out of it, just like emanating from the fucking place as you walk by.
I think that McConaughey and Bale both, like during certain points in their career, could definitely be that guy that stands outside of the Abercrombie and Fitch with no shirt on and fucking.
Oh yeah.
Don't be a bitch, Fitch.
No, I liked Reign of Fire. Actually, that's a solid movie. But
I love that movie.
I'm even more excited that you actually let me get my pick, which is awesome. I had no clue that this was going to get back to me, and in my first pick, I don't even know what my next pick's going to
God,
be.
I want to know what it is
What do you
now
got
because
to
I've got
say?
only one more that I want.
Why are you so confident?
Amazing and such a weird, sarcastic kind of like low key role. Michael Burry.
Oh, the Big
Son
Short.
of a bitch,
In
dude.
The Big
that's,
Short.
that's high up on my list. That was coming back.
Man, I thought for sure I was going to get that one.
I did not like that
You
movie.
Suck, Brad.
That movie is similar to The Social Network in that it's just too real for me.
Whoa.
Dude loves like death metal and just is like fucking brilliant and you know just figured shit out before everybody else did.
So hold on. Do you take 2 picks?
I've got 3 so far.
Wait, are we going back to you? Are you up now?
I'm on the Reacherito
Jack-
right now.
he's got
you're
another
the
pick, then it's on me.
Brad's
Yeah.
I
Coming
forgot
back.
Brad was the Reacherito.
Coming back
Okay,
your
I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
Brad's got
So
one more here, but so Big Short. What are our thoughts on Big Short? We like that movie.
Oh, I love that movie.
it's a great movie.
Like it, but
It's
Social Network blows it out of the water.
I'm sort of indifferent to it. I don't like real life stories most of the time.
The thing about Social Network is not true.
So
That might make you like it more.
because Zuckerberg's really a bigger dick than he was in the movie, or why
None
isn't
of
it
that
true?
shit happens.
Really, I thought it was based on like a book.
ish.
The Big Short. I mean,
It's a lot of it.
Oh, no, he's
is
talking about
exaggerated.
Social
Social
Network now.
Network.
that's all of his movies though that Christian Bale's been in. Vice. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's all the what's his name that makes those movies? Adam McKay.
For The Big Short, yeah.
All his movies like Big Short, Vice, they've all been very much a stretch.
But
I was sorry. I was talking about Social Network to him, saying that a lot of that is not how it went down.
Right, that's just based on one book account.
Yeah,
they even twisted that.
and it's Ben. I think it's Ben Mesrick, and if I'm right about
You
that.
read it, right?
Yeah, years before they made the movie, and he has a style that's very. He also, I think, same guy wrote the book about the MIT blackjack team, which eventually became the movie 21.
Well, and didn't Fincher then also twist it too?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
they
sure.
They took from the book.
I'm sure,
yeah.
but I do think that there's some elements of it that are true. It's definitely a lot of stretching.
I still take it like something that is expressing something that actually happened.
But if we're talking about Big Short, right? So definitely yes, in terms of the director, but
yeah.
the book is based on the same guy, Michael Lewis, who did Moneyball and The Blind Side. And so for me, when I think less about McKay in terms of its like genesis and more about Michael Lewis, which, there's a lot of criticism, for example, of the veracity of Moneyball, the book, and some of that stuff. But I actually think I've read all those books, and the Big Short for me and the movie too does a really good job of, I think, capturing and explaining something in a way that's both entertaining and like digestible. That's right. So like the blow by blow of like the characters in the movie, I think are only really like pretty stretched, although Michael Burry's a real person. But I do think that like the movie itself is pretty awesome. Anyways, all right. So Brad, did I give you enough time?
Yeah, you did. And I'm going to wrap this up with, you pit Russell Crowe and Christian Bale together
Motherfucker.
in a nice little Western epic. It's going to be good times. So I'm going to go
Really like.
310 to Yuma,
I really like that movie.
Dan Evans, Christian Bale as the he's trying to take Russell Crowe down.
It's funny, Brad. I thought that was going to get to me, bud. I really did. I was pretty convinced that I was going to get.
I would have
one
thought
at
that
my
would have
fourth
got
pick.
it to you too. Nice pick.
I like my draft, boys.
You got.
I'm finished, but you guys all got
sleeper-
you guys all got your last picks here. This is great.
You got a sleeper, like just a rich draft. Right.
Yeah, it's all over the place, but it's got some great performances. Some of the best performances by Christian Bale. Wouldn't you agree?
No.
No.
I think your team
that.
fucking sucks.
Bullshit.
Great draft. No,
right.
no good performances though.
Zachy,
Funny.
finish
If you
this
were going
off.
for like shittiest performances by Christian Bale, your draft would be the best, bro. Fuck, I need some time. Time,
I'm gonna put you on the clock, dude.
because I'm
You
just.
got to get some buttons.
I just keep.
So one thing we didn't talk about on the pod was Christian Bale
On the Prestige, you mean?
on the Prestige pod is that Christian Bale and his epic breakdown on the set of he was on the set of
Wasn't it the Cheney movie?
Was it a Batman movie?
no. Fuck, now I gotta look at his IMDb.
Was he good in it? Because I might pick it for my pick.
Just feeding Zach.
Was it Fighter?
No,
Couldn't have been.
I don't. I think it's The Machinist. Isn't The Machinist?
No.
It was
It
way
was way
later than
later.
that. We're talking like
okay.
2018 type shit.
Zach, you're supposed to be thinking about picks. Quit talking.
Yeah,
Sorry,
true,
guys.
Yeah.
Sorry,
focus, focus. Zach. You notice we haven't since both you people are looking on. We haven't talked at all. I think on this pod, on this episode, about the fact that we in exactly 9 days are going to be doing our BVK release.
BVK IPA.
Beer.
Yeah, so
Hazy IPA.
Yeah, so Last Call Brewing is releasing BVK IPA, and we just got to look at the label, and oh man, dude!
I mean, they're
awesome.
releasing it, but
It's purty.
we fucking made it, right?
We legitimately did. We didn't just make it in theory. Like we poured the grain
Literally
in, the hops,
made it.
Literally
stirred
sweated
shit.
into
Stirred
the
it.
boil.
There's our sweat is in the beer. So that, you're drinking us.
Last time I stirred it, I spit in this side of it. Just so you guys know.
Why it's hazy.
Zach's trying to claim that he had a lot to do with it, but he actually got to pour some
Pour some
hops in.
Zach was unfortunately off just absolutely with dysentery the day that we did it. I mean, he didn't get off the toilet.
We haven't even
He had
discussed
Rona
this. I
of the
I don't think we've publicly discussed
He might
my
have 48 hours of just straight.
Oh, look at Nate. Nate's bringing it out. He's like, oh yeah.
It wasn't
You hated on
poop.
me for my shit story. I'm bringing it back.
It wasn't poop,
Bringing it back.
unfortunately. I
Was
would
it-
rather have a poop illness than a throw up
Was
illness.
it Rona of the butt?
It was not Rona because I swabbed my butt several times and it came out
They
negative
say
every
that's the most
time.
accurate way to do it.
Yeah, they say if you really want to know,
you just go in.
sometimes they're like, you didn't stick it far enough up your butt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, fuck, I better retest.
again.
And then I got to put it on top of a fucking broom handle.
Did you tape two of the swabs together?
No, I taped it to a broom handle.
Perfect.
Hey, so what we didn't talk about though was Terminator Salvation. That's the set where there's the audio of Christian Bale going off about people making noise, like that he's trying to.
Oh, it was on Terminator Salvation, one of my favorite performances by Christian. I'm joking.
Oh, I thought that was gonna be a nice segue, but no.
Speaking
But
of going
yeah, he was
off,
going nuts and was just upset that people weren't taking it seriously. He's a perfectionist and like he just needs to have his little space for his art, and he went off.
All right.
Speaking
Check
of
that out
going
on
off, I'm
YouTube.
ready. I'm going to go off if Zach's not ready.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I get a
we
lot
might
of
need
shit.
to put a clock
I get
where
a
you can actually steal.
lot
I'm
of
ready.
shit.
Are you guys ready?
We might need to add that where you have a clock.
I'm
and
going-
If you're not ready.
Ooh, I
Christian
like that.
Bale as Jack Kelly in Newsies. Give me the papes. Give me all the papes.
The Newsies pick.
Nick looks upset over here. Nick looks.
No, I'm laughing.
Me and
I'm
Nick had a
happy.
nice text exchange
I'm
today where
happy.
we said the word papes to each other a bunch of
Slang-
times.
I loved
slanging
it.
them poops.
Melissa, my wife told me as I left the house, she's like, make sure you draft Newsies.
What does he say? News don't sell papes. Newsies sell papes.
Brad's like, no, door closed.
I think I gave her a ha 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 ha.
All right, what do you got, Brad?
Are we saying we don't like Newsies, the original Gangs of New York?
Oh.
Or is that what we're saying?
Nate, you gonna give me a fifth pick? You're gonna make my team just unstoppable?
Oh wait,
It's
are you
your
the
pick.
rapperito? I
Yeah.
keep forgetting.
We're now back.
It's your
Good.
pick,
I'll take
Nathaniel.
it.
It is
All
up
right,
to you,
this is
my
a fairly recent one of his more recent ones that a lot of people haven't seen, but it's really good. He's really good in it, and that's Captain Joseph J. Blocker in Hostels.
Did you like it?
I did like it.
Downer, slow.
It's
Didn't love
downer and it's slow. But
Can you have
he's
the trombone,
really
the
good
rusty
in it.
trombone button? Is it in there?
I think it's this one. Oh shit! it's
Oh,
not
that one's
one.
tight.
What the fuck is going on there?
It's never going to end either.
Yeah.
When Brad presses these... Oh, there we go.
Hey, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel here, but I like that movie. And he's good in it. I mean, it's not. We're a fourth round, okay?
There's people
Captain.
screaming.
Is his first name Cock? Is it Captain Cock Blocker?
I think his name is Captain Joseph Blocker.
Joseph J. Blocker. It's actually Jock Blocker. That's what they used to say back in the day. In like the
Beta.
Civil War, they were like,
Beta
they were like,
They were
don't
more-
be a Jock Blocker.
They're more polite about it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what kind of
When you're about to rape some indigenous people, and they're like, "Hey, what are you?" And you're like, "Oh, you Jock Blocker."
Holy shit, we went heavy.
Revolutionary
Very
war.
heavy.
all right.
Hey, man, this is how it goes.
What kind of magic you got over there, Nick? Because we're pretty deep.
We are.
Nick, are you taking Mowgli?
He's drafting the 16th best character for Christian Bale. That is super deep.
You got another Batman you can fall back on, big dog.
Oh boy, that would be beautiful.
All right. So if you haven't seen it, he might have lost more weight for this part than he did for Machinist.
What?
He is unbelievable. It's a one-time watcher. It's a prisoner of war story. He is unbelievable. Steve Zahn is unbelievable. You really can't take your eyes off of it. Rescue Dawn. Dietler Dengler.
Dude, I have never seen it. A, that's a great porn name, and B, I love Steve Zahn so
It's
much.
a Werner Herzog film.
dude.
Werner Herzog.
Dieter
It is.
Dangler.
It's rough.
Christian,
It's rough.
you will be captured by the Vietnamese, and you will have to escape.
It
Wait,
ends. The
Teddy
ending.
KGB is the
Have
director?
Have any of you seen it?
That's amazing.
Have any of you seen it?
No.
I watched the preview of it, but
Skype.
no, it's Werner Herzog.
It also
Brad was too
ends
busy
so
doing
weird.
Werner Herzog impersonating Teddy KGB.
Bay, that skinny
I like that
man
pick.
is my name.
yeah, a good performance. Looks great.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it.
That's it.
We went deep. I mean, that was.
I like going
challenging
deep on
draft.
that fourth round.
There's
Gotta
people
stretch. Yeah, there are.
screaming at the radio like, "What about him in Shaft?" Or "Don't you guys remember him in Metroland?" And no,
Oh,
we
we
don't.
sure don't.
We don't remember him.
Have you guys seen I'm Not There, the Dylan movie?
I have not.
I just don't know who his character was.
So it's,
like
his
it
name is
obviously
Jack
didn't grab me.
Rollins, and it's based on his acoustic period.
But it's also like 20 different actors playing and
he
women
actually
and men
he played Christian Bale plays two
Dylan's?
stages of
Oh,
Dylan. He
really?
plays a pastor, which I don't know what stage, but Jack Rollins is, the one people argue is maybe his most memorable from that movie, and it's his acoustic.
So hit me with this. Timothy Chalamet. You know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
He's playing Dylan in a new biopic.
What?
I think that's going to be sick.
Ooh, I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I thought it was fucking cool that they had, Kate Blanchett. It's crazy how much she kind of sounds and looks like Dylan, like the rock star Electric in that. And it's a wild, strange movie. Recommend it. Not necessarily rewatchable, but if you're at all into Dylan at all, watch it.
I've been digging
super
into his
cool.
the first acoustic album pretty recently, and it's pretty dope. Some of his other stuff is less accessible to me, but I love the first one.
What was the name of that album?
The
first-
Wild World
was it
of
the-
Bob Dylan
Oh,
or
okay.
some shit like
All right,
that. Or
okay.
I just sent the draft result to Scotch Beck, and Dave, don't worry, I told him how to read the draft. I told him to make sure to go left to right, then right to
We
left.
love you, Dave.
Jim Luther Davis from
Nick
Harsh
wasn't even
Times.
paying attention. We're talking about.
Nick wants no part of this. He's like, I love Dave. I don't
He's
wanna
like,
say
Dave, give me a
anything.
win, so I can't talk
Oh
any
shit!
shit.
You said Dave. My bad, Dave. Much love, bro.
It's called the Freewheelin' Bob Dylan. Wild World.
Oh, yeah,
of
yeah,
Bob
okay.
Dylan. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
his first album, and it's all acoustic,
Yeah.
or pretty much. A lot of finger picking, a lot of good songs. It's fucking some killers on there.
All right, so we got Scotch. Scotch is we're gonna bring him in from the.
Wait, did we talk? We
got some
talked about
more
our
also-rans.
also rans.
Oh, we haven't done also.
We got-
What were there any? I guess I just
Yeah, I
assumed.
was-
John Connor, we were just talking about Terminator Salvation, which I've heard he's kind of the weakest John Connor. So
How'd you not take Mowgli as the voice of? Bagheera?
yeah, stayed away
He's-
from some voices.
The one I was saying when you guys were talking about Dave, Jim Luther Davis from Harsh Times. Have you seen the movie Harsh Times?
Nope.
Another one that I've seen. Am I the biggest Christian Bale fan here? I might be.
Thomas Berger's
Yes.
Swing Kids.
Dude.
That's it was right after Newsies.
Yes.
Another kind of like fun little kind
Looked
of
like he was
music.
gonna get typecast as a newspaper guy.
Newsies wasn't fun, bro. Did you watch that shit? That is a dark fucking movie.
I mean, it's Disney, but it didn't do well.
it did amazing. I saw it numerous times. Obviously, it
My
was pretty
dad
good.
actually recommended today when I was talking about this on my way to work, and he said he plays John Miller, and it's called The Flowers of War, and it's World War II Japan has taken over China, and he's trying to pose kind of as a priest to help some Chinese women. Some of them are prostitutes, and he's trying to like make sure that they don't get killed. So interesting role. I haven't seen it, but he said it's a great Christian Bale movie. So.
Somebody should have taken The Dark Knight Rises.
Nope.
Yes, you should have taken that at least before The Dark Knight.
I disagree.
I think his
Hard
best
pass.
performances are 1 and 3. 2, it's the Heath Ledger show.
Can we make a guesstimation on how many of these Scotch Becks going to have to YouTube?
Oh,
I bet you
70%.
6 of the 16 he's YouTube.
I think that's close.
And then it's going to end up being 8 that he hasn't seen, but he's had a pretty good idea of what happened in the other 2. But then 6 of them he's going to have to look up. That's my guess.
All right.
And have fun with Rescue Dawn.
I will not be watching that.
Russell Bay's Out of the Furnace. Watch Out of the Furnace. It's Woody Harrelson. It like takes in the Rust Belt south.
It's good.
And I think Casey Affleck plays his brother. It's a hell of a cast.
I like both of those.
And there's like a fight club in the woods. Woody Harrelson's like
What?
methed out
How have I
like
not
head
seen
of like
this?
this fight club, and Christian Bale has just gotten out of prison. Casey Affleck plays his brother who gets into this fight club.
he plays Ben Affleck?
Wait, there's a movie
Did I
that
say Ben Affleck? Christian,
No, you said he plays his brother.
He plays Casey Affleck's brother, so he said, "Oh, he
You
plays
said
Ben
Casey Affleck plays his brother, and I said Ben Affleck. I'm sorry, Nick. Shut the fuck up, Zach.
it was some low level work.
I was pitching, bro.
It's not Zach's best. It's not Zach's best.
I was pitching 90.
All right, listen. Casey Affleck plays Ben Affleck.
Yes, I finally got to it.
I mean, I'd watch that movie.
And then Little Women, we didn't take him. I guess he
Little
played in the '90s. Little Women, he's pretty solid.
Little Women, yeah, and that's a good. I like that version.
Which Timothy Chalamet is the one who actually reprised that role in the.
That's not how you pronounce his last name.
Yeah, it's Shamalamale.
It's
It's a
Shyamalan.
soft lamale.
The lamale is silent. Nick, can you?
But Greta Gerwig's version, that's who played the same role.
Oh yeah, dude. That movie's full of killers. The newer one.
Yeah.
Nikki, what's the movie that you were telling that I rudely interrupted you about?
Out of the
Casey?
Furnace.
I want to see that.
You,
now. I
you
wanna see
guys,
that
I
too. It's
definitely.
good?
It's your type of movie. It's really good. It's dark. It's under the radar. It's
Yeah,
a
we gotta
really
see that.
solid movie.
Can I really quick before Brad hits he's got his hand on the stop button, but I asked Nate about this, so I know his feelings, and he can reiterate those. You guys seen Place Beyond the Pines?
Yes.
So wife and I sat down. I'm like, you want to watch a movie? She's like, yeah, pick whatever you want. I'm like, all right, we're watching Place Beyond the Pines. I've never seen it. I went in completely blind. All I know is that people really like it.
And it was like Amazon's, I think, first
they?
movie, right? It was
Do
like
they
one of their
really like
first
it?
like.
Oh, really? See,
I think it was
didn't even know
Amazon's
that.
first like official like film.
But dude, what a ride that goes about 1 mile an hour. Fucking never really. I mean, it was a weird
With a
fucking
motorcycle
movie.
at the heart, it goes slow.
my dad his review of Dogma, which he had never seen before the pod.
Oh,
was
God.
that I would rather hit myself in the hand over and over again with a hammer than never watch that movie again.
He didn't like Dogma.
Scotch Beck shit on it too.
And I believe I would probably just pirate his review and apply it to Place Beyond the Pines.
And it
Place
really,
Beyond the Pines bad.
For me, it was very painful.
Mike Patton, one of my favorite
not in on that.
musicians of all time, did the score for it. I think that was one of his first scores.
Well, at least he didn't do Gosling's face tattoo.
hey, the face tattoo might have been my favorite part of the movie.
God.
My
Ooh, he's
wife,
edgy.
My wife, like opened or walked into something or opened something and hit herself in the face the other day and had like a little mark there. And I was like, "Oh, you got a little Gosling face tag
And then
going
she
there,
punched you in the dick. Yeah. Moved on with her day. That was perfect.
dude." She wanted to punch me in the dick for making her watch that movie.
I
She
don't
was-
blame her.
I-
Which is
like
the correct response.
about 6 hours in, she was just on her phone on Instagram, and she was like, "Let me know when the shit's over. Look, I'm fucking over it." And I typically love the slow burn, but man, it was kind of rough. All right.
All right.
We're gonna go find Scotch Beck inside of Nate's house. I don't even see him right now.
I think he said he was going to try to play like a hide and seek thing.
Oh, okay.
So I think I have to go count to 10.
Oh, all
He's
right.
been in the water tank the entire time.
Did no one have a capable axe?
You have an axe. Courtney didn't
Go
have
cut him out of that shit.
Hey, you guys, we're gonna make a tank, and we're gonna fill it up with water, and people are gonna possibly drown in it. Let's make sure we make the glass so thick that it takes 87 axe blows to get into.
I'm
this
in
shit.
on this.
Yeah, I think we should make it very thick.
Safety first, kids.
Scotch Beck.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see you in a second.
California has the largest population in the United States and the site of some of the most famous true crime cases in history. But there's more than meets the eye to the crime in California. Join Sean, Jessica, and Charles on the California True Crime Podcast as they cover crime both infamous and overlooked from around our state, while looking at the deeper history that goes beyond beaches and movie stars.
Take a look at my tramp stamp. Whose intro music is that? Where is he at?
What's up, Scott?
Oh, what's up?
What's that?
So, do you want to tell him? I guess I'll tell him. So, I went in and I counted to 10. I covered my eyes. I counted to 10 real loud. And Scott, I was wandering around the house. Could not find him anywhere. And then all of a sudden, I looked in, and we have this like toy box, and it probably, no bigger than maybe 2 feet by 3 feet. Open the lid, and Scott is contorted into that toy box. And I didn't think you could actually get a full-size human in there.
Like ScarJo in the bottom of that dresser that they put her in the
Scarbo,
show.
the bottom of the dresser. Yeah, so
Dude, he's a fucking magician.
So I picked the toy box and shook it, and Scott fell out, and we came out, and he had draft results with him.
I'm very bendy for a large man.
He is
flexible.
I can attest to that. He's a bendy. So ladies,
I thought for sure you were going to say
he's a virtual gymnast.
I thought for sure you were going to say you're like, and then all of a sudden, Brad finds anchor.
Oh, sorry. Is that a reference to some sort of commercial?
Oh, just a really famous one that we do that you've never heard. All right, Scotch Beck, how we doing? I see you look healthy, man. You look like you got some color back in your face.
Yeah, I feel much, much better than I did a couple weeks ago. I'm completely recovered. Feel great. I almost feel better.
Super
You know?
immunity.
Oh.
So.
Yeah. So
You do. The breakthrough infection gives you super immunity, is what
Yeah.
I heard.
So I feel super. I am super.
Are you in full on rehearsal mode now for the February 5th beer release?
Absolutely. I can sing now, which is great because
That's great.
that's what sucked. I had all this spare time on my hand. I was like, sweet, I can hang out and do some music, and I couldn't sing anything.
Ugh.
But it was crazy because we were talking about the Tramp Stamp commercial I did, and I had that idea, and like I'd just gotten COVID, and I recorded that thing, and I was on the verge of not being able to do it. Like my voice was just almost not being able to do it. The next day, I could not talk. Like it was just like I had no voice for like a week and a half. I couldn't sing, couldn't do shit. So anyway,
Couldn't tell him the song.
Scott just released a kind of in line with the Prestige, really. If we're really gonna talk about this, Scott just released on all the Scotch Beck socials. You guys should check those out. So he got the Tesla machine, and he actually cloned himself like 8 times, and
It's incredible.
does not a duet, not a triad or a quadet. Was it like a septet?
Septet.
Yeah, he septetted himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he sings and plays all the instruments, and in kind of like a weird
Except in one of the bubbles, he just drinks whiskey.
yeah.
So he just
Yeah,
sits there.
that's the real
It's
Scotch
hammered.
Beck. That's the OG.
Well, he does play the mouth trumpet solo and sings the background vocals. But whiskey is the main.
So
role
that's
of
the
it.
original one, and then everybody else is a clone?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course.
Or he's secretly been septuplets the whole time.
Oh, that's what it is.
That's the
That's
twist.
what it is.
All the guys in Flying Blind are Scotch Beck. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
So, are you telling me there are 6 more Scotch Becks hidden in my house right now?
I
dude,
think so. We gotta go sift through that thing and find out where they are.
I gotta go tell my wife.
well, hey, Scott, thanks so much for A, being awesome, and B, not being sick, and C, coming out on short notice once again.
Once again.
Killing it, bro.
That's the
Saving
only
our
notice
bacon.
he gets is short notice.
I know. I came in out of the bullpen
Was
again.
that a disrespect right there? The only notice he gets?
Short. Was that a short joke?
A shot at
think so.
Bevs. It was a shot at Bevs.
It was a shot at us. Shots fired.
Okay.
Collectively.
We just did a draft that I don't feel great about, and I fucking love that like my team is kind of disguised because anyways, we'll get on it. We'll get into it.
Well,
So
Scotch, spoiler alert, man. I hate to do it to you, but we have to spoil you again.
Oh, here it comes. God damn it.
I mean, do we say it now, or do we just let you try to like figure it out? Because somebody's going to say something at some point.
I don't care, whatever. And I kind of, you know what? Don't tell me now. But you can react. And if it gets spoiled throughout, that's fine, because that still kind of gives me a little bit of excitement. But
you don't know who won last week.
I don't know who won last week.
Scott's a fan, so he doesn't know. So he's going to be mad if we give it away.
The only thing I know of right now, as of listening, is Brad's up 2-0 on everybody. That's right. That's what I know personally.
That is the truth.
Well, there was a moment in time where that was true, but let's leave that.
Okay, see, you just spoiled it.
Okay.
No, he didn't.
Well,
he didn't spoil anything.
I said there was a moment in time where you were up 2-0.
You were up 2-0.
That's facts.
Right.
That has changed. Since then, that has changed. Your lead is not 2-0 anymore.
It could be 3-0. It could change from 2-0.
Very, very possible. Not probable, but possible.
So, Zach, what was your guess? So one of the guesses, because you famously do YouTube assists. And one of the guesses was, how many YouTube assists did you need here? Meaning, how many of these movies had you not seen?
16 rolls.
Well, okay, so that's a question I have for you guys, because you guys picked this category, and there's no fucking way you guys have seen most of these Christian Bale movies. Because I looked up a list, and I found a list of 37 movies that he's done, and I'm like, okay, first of all, there's no way you guys have seen a lot of these. So I'm curious to know.
I've seen all 4 of mine.
I've seen all
of mine.
16, and I've seen part of The Machinist. So I've seen all 15 and a half. I swear to God.
So you've seen all 16 that were drafted?
I think so.
There's 2 I've not seen.
Wow. Okay.
And I'll show you my list after.
I just
my
saw 3.
16,
3 I've not seen.
I've seen everyone, and I've seen parts of Machinist.
There are probably 6 that I haven't seen.
Okay. Yeah. So I actually didn't. Let's see. Let me add it up super quick. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Just laugh. It gets to 5 and he's
6. I've seen 7 of these movies.
Oh,
almost half.
So how many did you not see?
9.
Oh wow, I said 8. Yeah, I said you did 6 YouTube assists and then 2 that you were just like, oh, I kind of know what that is.
Right. So you guys did bring me in last minute. I wasn't quite prepared. If I would have known ahead of time, maybe I would have watched a few, because there's definitely a lot of movies. I think actually Ford versus Ferrari is on my DVR right now. I just never got around to seeing it. I really want to see it. There's just only so much time in your.
I've never seen it either, Scott.
Yeah. So there's so many on here that I really want to see. I haven't seen The Big Short. I haven't seen American Hustle. And those are movies I want to see. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So obviously I'm supposed to be an Instagram model right now, but I'm Scotch Beck. I'm a farmer that plays musical instruments.
Next best.
So I'm just going to do my best. And so what I did was, because I was so in the dark with a lot of these, I went to the interwebs and I came up with kind of a new Scotchometric here.
Ooh, I like that.
So excited.
Love it.
So
I was so excited.
What I did was I found, I think 6 or 7 top 10 or top 12. One of them was top 35 Christian Bale movies by performance, not the movies.
Gotcha.
Performance rankings. And I made a chart, and I basically ranked them. I came up with a tier system
based on those 3.
Based on their rankings.
Okay.
And so if they ranked it in the top, I went top I think top 30, from 30 to beyond, got 1 point. 20 to 29 got 4 points, so on and so forth. So I came up with this kind of.
Do you have a name for the category?
Power rankings.
Scotch Beck Power Rankings. I love it. I'll take it.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't quite get as creative as I could have on that.
Brought to you by Nikola Tesla.
So anyway, I won't go into the weeds about my exact scoring, but that's what I did. So basically, the ones that showed up on all these lists got a lot of points, and they ranked high. And so then once I took all those scores and totaled them, then I made basically top tier gets 10 points, second tier gets 9 points, and then I kind of did. So I made a point system based on what tiers they ended up with the aggregate scores.
Got it.
Okay. Anybody falling asleep yet? Okay. Here we go.
Huh? Wait, what?
So then I wanted to add in a little bit of so the top tier teams based on where they're grabbed. And so if somebody picked the top tier team in the first round, okay, you get your full credit, you get 10 points. But if somebody happened to get one that dropped, then they get a bonus point for whatever round it's
A
in.
little steal.
I like that.
So if somebody got a
steal bonus.
a top tier team in the second round, they got 10 points for it being in the top tier, plus they got an extra point for being in the second
I
round.
like it.
I
So-
know I got one of those. Let's go.
And
Let's
then-
go.
I got one of those.
And then the other way, if somebody reached, then you lose a point.
Oh, I like that too.
Good.
Okay, so that did happen. So
Brad lost points. I like it.
okay, so overall, and one thing that was tough, and so I just kind of made up a score on it was almost every single one of these lists didn't separate the Batman movies, which is what you guys separated them out. Which all these lists was like Dark Knight trilogy or Batman trilogy,
Right.
Or
But have you seen all three?
I have seen all three.
Okay.
Yeah, and I love the Batman movies. That makes the ones that I listed what I saw, and all of them are mostly Batman. So
Well, let's see. I've seen Batman.
There's
Yes.
3.
so all the picks in the first round I've seen. So that helped. Actually, no, incorrect. The Fighter I have not seen, but you guys have talked about it. I've YouTubed that one before, and I absolutely love what I've seen. The performance is amazing. So I consider myself I've seen his performance.
Fighter fluent.
Right. So do you guys just want to go team by team like I usually
We
do?
want to.
You want to get a round breakdown, or what do we want to?
Go
We can
worst
go
to
around. We
first.
just go worst to first, and then you can go
Worst to
round break.
first,
Okay,
yeah.
let's go worst to first.
Worst to first. Okay.
So which team was Nate's again? So I'm just going by past history.
What did I do to you?
So now, what's interesting about this is most of the time, I have a really good idea of who's who for the most part. At least 2 of them I can guess. I don't have any idea. Only because one of one is so obvious to me, and it could be anybody. And I think it would be Zach's one of one if no matter what. But if he didn't get that first pick, I think anybody who didn't pick that one of one is not smart, because that is my one of one. American Psycho
Yeah.
is absolutely his most amazing performance.
It's crazy that I really didn't think that these guys were going to pick at number 1, and I was like, anyways, I don't want to give it away.
You thought you'd get it later?
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is going to fucking
Yeah.
fall to me.
Okay, so it was really tight. Honestly, first place actually won pretty handedly. The other 3 was really close. So 4th place, Team 2.
Team 2 consists of The Dark Knight, Bruce Wayne, Batman, Vice, Dick Cheney,
Jesus
Empire of the Sun,
fucking
Jim,
Christ.
Hostiles, Captain Blocker.
Nate is on a roll.
Did you hear him yell into you earlier and try to like, hey? He tried to give you some love earlier, and we thought you might hear
What
it.
is happening right now?
This is when we talk about Anchor.
I need a slump buster. I got the yips.
You do. You do. You need a feisty Mexican caddy like on Tin Cup to kind of get you out of
Okay.
it. Put all your change in your right pocket.
I need to bust this slump. I don't know what's happening.
So-
You take one earphone off, turn your microphone around.
I'm going to turn
away
my
from
hat
you.
inside out for the next draft.
I think what you need to do is just take a little cue from George Costanza, and whatever your fucking natural insct is, just go the exact opposite.
Go opposite there.
Well, see, here's the
That's
thing,
pretty
though.
much where I'm at here.
The problem is, like, I really, again, with a lot of these, it's not really based on me. It's based on
Right.
other people's
Don't try
data.
don't try to make me feel
So-
better.
so
Scott.
now-
let me just wallow in
because
my
I-
last place.
Let me make you feel a little better. First of all, The Dark Knight, my favorite of the Batman series. So
Okay,
that's a
great,
great
perfect.
pick.
As a movie, yeah.
As a movie.
But as
Good
a
job.
Batman role, I don't think.
Well, first of all, let me just talk about Batman in general. I don't think his performance in the Batmans are anything special.
It's not what
and-
makes those movies.
And his voice when he's Batman is stupid to me. It always took me out of the moment.
what are you talking about, Scott?
Oh my god!
Scott, you don't like Batman.
You suck, Scott.
What?
He should have done his voice from The Prestige and just been like, "Hi, Batman."
You should have just been Bane.
No, seriously though, I love those movies, but when he does the voice, it takes me out of the moment, which I'm not a fan of. So, it didn't hurt the score that much, but that's just always been a gripe with the Dark Knight movies in his character.
Heard it just enough for last place.
Right. So Vice, honestly, was a movie I didn't really even know anything about, but all the research I did a bunch of YouTubes on it, and that's an amazing role. And he transformed into Dick Cheney. And I at first, the first clip I pulled up, I was actually, okay, well, where's Christian Bale? Because I was like, okay, well, it was like him and George Bush talking or whatever.
It is so surprising.
It's amazing. And I was like, oh shit, that's him. And I love that pick. That's a really good pick. Empire of the Sun was a movie I watched when it came out, I think. And I haven't watched it in forever. Watched a bunch of clips of it to kind of refresh me, but I remember really liking that movie a lot. And the fact that he was so young, it's an amazing performance. What Killed You was Hostiles. I've never even heard of that movie, and it didn't show up on any lists. And so
it's probably the newest or like close to the newest one. That's probably why it wasn't on any list.
Right. So I'm that's what lost it for you, straight up.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What else? What else was available?
Don't blame Jesus.
Other things that
Swing Kids?
Swing Kids was available. That wouldn't really help.
You could have taken Newsies.
No, that went
No,
way
that
ahead.
was way gone.
Honestly, according to the metrics,
Oh, actually, it went the pick before.
Equilibrium would have been good for you. Which
Interesting.
anybody see that?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Sci-fi weird movie.
Perfect.
Sci-fi weird
Great.
movie, but his performance,
Yeah.
actually the clips I saw, it looked legit. Somebody picked 310 to Yuma. I'm Not There was another one that ranked.
Oh yeah, the Bob
actually.
Dylan movie. We talked about that.
Yeah. So those are some that showed up in that tier, the third tier there.
Awesome.
Anyway.
Well, cool.
Sorry.
Let's go on to third place.
Okay.
All right, now that we've gotten out of Nate's category, where do we go for the rest of us? It's a 3-man race.
Team 3.
I'm
Team
Batman.
3 includes the fighter, Dickie Eklund, the machinist,
God damn it.
machinist, machinist. Yo, I'm the machinist.
X-Max.
the machinist, Trevor Resnick, Rain of Fire, Quinn Abercrombie, and Newsies, Jack Kelly.
Okay, I think Rain of Fire kind of killed you a little bit.
It wasn't
This
Newsies,
one.
huh?
Have you seen Rain of Fire?
I have not.
It's great.
It looks great.
really
I love
good.
McConaughey and
What about dragons? How do you feel about dragons?
love me some dragons.
Let's go.
I want to ride a dragon.
You want to ride one?
Yeah.
Where are my dragons?
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of musicals in general either.
What about papes? You
About-
like papes?
You like,
So-
you like slinging papes?
Gotta slang some papes. Come on.
Slinging damn papes.
So yeah. Now that I look at it, I could. This team makes sense that it's you. Obviously, the fighter right off the bat. Amazing pick. Love that pick. And the machinist. God dang. Talk about just committing yourself to the craft, losing all that weight. The clips I watch. I haven't seen the movie because I don't think I want to see it because it looks gnarly.
It's dark.
Yeah, and holy shit, he looks horrible. It's painful to watch, and that's just mad respect right there. So it's a great pick.
I'm just going to comfort myself by knowing that I beat Nate. That's all I got. That's like the last couple weeks. That's all I've had.
Isn't that all we hope for?
That's all I've had.
All right, team 2.
Okay,
This is third place.
third.
No, we're on
Second place.
That's what I meant.
Second place is Team 4.
Team 4 is the Prestige, Alfred Borden, Ford versus Ferrari, Ken Miles, The Big Short, Michael Burry, and 310 to Yuma, Dan Evans.
Play for keeps.
Which leaves Team 1 with American Psycho, Patrick Bateman, American Hustle, Irving Rosenfeld, Batman Begins, Bruce Wayne Batman, and Rescue Dawn, Lieutenant Ding.
It was Rescue Dawn, really, that did it, right?
That won it for you?
Yeah.
It absolutely helped.
Did you? I mean, some clips probably had to be pretty good. I'm thinking on YouTube.
Yeah. So let's talk Team 4 really quick. You bought the T-shirt in the first round.
which I know I don't normally do.
I know it's just fine. As much as I enjoyed this movie, I didn't think his performance was that amazing. It was fine. It was good. He had some really good parts.
Damn.
But I didn't think it was as good as everything else. In the
Wait,
first
what
round.
movie?
So
are you
you're
talking
saying it's
about?
he said the
Prestige.
Prestige. You're saying that's the worst first round pick?
In my opinion,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
He's saying
I
the
think
other
so.
first round picks for Bale.
Well,
are bad.
I mean,
You
Which I
kind of said Batman was kind of shitty.
no, Dark. Yeah, I mean, it was between that and I like the movie of Dark Knight better than Prestige. To be honest, I'm a nerd, so maybe that guy lost some points.
It's a good movie.
It wasn't a bad pick at all. I'm just saying.
You haven't seen Ford versus Ferrari. You
I
haven't
have not
seen
seen
310 to
Ford.
It
you.
was just a terrible.
I have seen
terrible
310 to
pick.
Yuma. That's one of the ones I have seen.
Okay.
But I also forgot that he was in it.
You thought it was just, you was like Russell Crowe only? That's all you thought of?
That's all I thought of.
Russell
Oh,
Crowe
shit.
and Russell Crowe's clone.
And the Gimp.
And that,
I mean, he plays a pretty straight and narrow role in 310 to Yuma, but I mean,
it wasn't memorable to me.
Okay.
And that is what hurt you
did you
because
see The Big Short?
I have not, and I
God
loved
fucking damn it.
I loved the clips I saw, and I gave you big points for that.
Okay.
It got maximum points for combination of the Scotch Beck Oh Yeah factor and the YouTube assist.
Watch Ford versus Ferrari. It's a legit
Yeah.
film. And Zach, if you haven't seen it, check it out.
I won't be watching.
But
Why?
I don't like real shit. I don't like shit that really happened. I really don't. Like I almost don't like any.
He's
movies.
just he's the
Zach-
straightforward
he's pouting.
like
Zach's pouting. He
He's
doesn't
a
like movies
mechanic
now.
that also fucking knows how to drive a fucking race car and he's a badass in it and he's like not an ass but he's kind of an ass because he's just so confident that like I'm a badass race car driver.
the last movie that I really liked that was true story was that last Duel movie, and I don't even know how true that was. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Well, watch Ford versus Ferrari. You'll like it.
I don't like cars or Ferraris or Fords.
Or movies.
You like Matt Damon, Christian Bale. Like you like both of those guys.
it's true.
So you got to give some respect to Matt Damon and Christian Bale.
Who's the female lead?
There isn't really. I mean, there is one, but it's not really, I wouldn't call it a lead.
It's an unknown.
I mean, it's really them
Amy
like
Adams,
just
maybe?
acting together.
No, his wife. It's isn't it?
Who is his
isn't
wife?
it-
Yeah, yeah.
She's kind of an.
Nah, never mind. I'm out.
he's out. What if I said it was Claire Forlani?
It's
I'd
ScarJo.
say-
It's ScarJo. Just watch it. It's ScarJo. I promise.
I'm pretty sure it's ScarJo.
I want to know who Claire Forlani is.
I don't know where that came from.
ScarJo's
Brandy
fun.
Spinning
Brandy
from
Spinning.
Mallrats.
The girl from Meet Joe Black.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so first place team.
Nick is the first place.
Nick is the winner. And
Lord.
you know, I was thinking about this the other day, and it seems like it's been a while since
It's been a while.
picked.
God
picked you.
damn, it feels
And so
good.
yeah,
I thought the ozone layer was going to be a
great.
little bit smaller today, but the ozone layer is still the same size.
Great. It feels great.
Ozone.
so
Feels great.
American Psycho. We already talked about it. It's the absolute 101. You got lucky getting the first pick.
Scott, I actually said I typed it in and I was just like,
You
I'm
did.
typing it in right now.
It
And
was like I was
before
dictating
picked,
it.
and then of course it was American Psycho.
And Zach thought I was gonna pick.
I thought you were gonna pick Batman.
Fucking.
If you didn't pick it, I would have like probably taken like 10 points off your picks. Just in
I would have gotten
out of
fifth.
spite.
Yeah.
American Hustle I haven't seen, but everything I've watched on it, I really want. And that's another thing when I watch the YouTube assist, like I watch it's like, okay, do I want to watch this movie? Does his performance make me want to see it? And that was something that
And I feel like the movie holds up to the previews of that
Yeah.
character.
It's a good movie.
Batman Begins is a great movie.
I think it's the appropriate Batman choice. Like I feel like he gets to do the most in that first one where he's kind of just it's focused on him.
Fair enough. Yeah, they scored about the same. I think actually, I think I did score him almost. Actually, that scored better in a way.
Begins did.
Yeah, the power ranking helped you because where you grabbed it, and again,
Third round, beginning.
yeah,
Of third.
yeah. So that's what helped it kind of push it above the other one. I personally like the other one better.
I knew that would be the case.
Rescue Dawn, I have not seen, but I watched a bunch of clips, and then I found out he did his own stunts. He actually ate maggots, like real maggots, in that movie.
What?
And I feel
Legit.
like he loses more weight in that than Machinist. Like he is.
I don't think it's that
more,
bad, but
it's
he looks
it's
horrible.
tough.
But he legit ate maggots for real. And like this clip that I saw, he's like he puts it in his mouth, he's chewing, he's smiling, and it's just like it's gnarly, and that's mad respect. So we got big points on that one.
Well, thank you, bud.
Anyway,
I appreciate
yeah.
it. So I'm tied with Bradley now. So
Wait.
Brad,
Spoiler alert! I thought we weren't going to tell him.
Scott, would you say that the number one pick in that draft probably just like couldn't lose the draft? Like it was almost like it was just almost mechanical in a sense.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah,
If-
that's
How many
that's
points
enough.
ahead?
Okay, we got to wrap
Let's
things
get
up
some
now.
points. I'd like to hear some points.
I mean, not to belabor the point, but I think the only way that if you had number one pick and you picked Christian Bale in American Psycho, the only way not to win the draft would be if you had Nate pick the rest of your picks. I think that's the only way.
There was a time when I ran you shit sippers into the ground on this.
Wait,
There was a time.
Was that preseason?
And that
That
day
was.
will come again.
Wait, was that
You mark my
preseason?
words.
No, that was the inaugural season, full season. That was the
that was
inaugural
preseason.
full
That was
30,
back when-
36, 30 episode season.
Practice.
That was back before Scotch Beck got all cute with his ranking.
I was around for a lot of that because I did give you a lot
Yeah,
of victories, and I also remember you being one of the bigger shit talkers I've ever heard about how good you were at this.
I don't remember that.
I remember
A long time ago.
I remember
Scott.
some graceful wins. That's what I remember.
Scott, you know that we are competitive as hell, so we got to hear some points.
Okay, so from bottom to the top again, 73, 74.
Jesus.
So that was close. 76, 82.
Oh, give me those 80s, bro.
Damn.
One team in the 80s.
Could have run you.
Balmy 82 up there.
Only 80.
You guys can suck
Clear
on it.
skies.
Fucking
But
sweaty
yeah,
balls.
hey, since you spoiled it, 2 wins. Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you, bud.
I'll take it. It keeps it close. Keeps it within reach.
Keep the losers
So,
on
guys,
one
if
side
we
of the
think about this,
table.
though, it's like I got 2 in a row, he got 2 in a row. It's just going to go around the table, right?
To me next.
Okay.
Or does it go 2 in a row again to Brad and then 2 in a row?
I mean, if we're really counting, Nate has 4 in a row last places.
That's I like that count. And
I
this is
think
when
they-
we bring up. And this is when we talk about Anchor.
Are we certain that you are not doing the scoring in reverse in some way, or you're just?
Hey, this has
It's like
happened
you
with
think
previous
you
judges.
think you're supposed to do that? Like, is it like that you're supposed? You think it's the high score that wins, but it's the low score? Or
so-
are you doing some sort of math?
It's
issue?
like
Is there
golf.
a math issue?
There's no metric system involved here.
Nate got a negative 10. He wins.
There is not, but you just reminded me of something. I'm not going to name names because that would be super fucked up. But in high school, there was a mix-up.
Oh, I know what
You remember
exactly
this?
talking about. Yes.
I think it was my junior year.
it was it was your senior year because my
No, it absolutely was not.
No, it was your junior year because my brother was a sophomore and he got to escort.
Right. So
Miss Vance.
let's not say anything about who it was but they ended up. So it was all. I think it was Scantron or whatever that we voted
For
And
prom queen or something?
for
Yes.
for
Homecoming queen.
homecoming queen.
Yes.
And somehow, whoever was in charge, they got the results, and I don't know what they did, but they got it backwards, and they announced the winners,
Oh no!
and they said
shit.
that the last place was first place, and they announced it to everybody.
Was Dave Shear the judge?
Dave, we love you. We had a great time with you
We
last
love you,
week.
Dave. I apologize.
Exactly that.
It's just that
But, no, my brother
bitter.
escorted the actual winner
Okay.
that year, and
Because
so,
it wasn't just the varsity; it was all of them. It was the junior varsity and the
Well,
varsity.
he was a sophomore, but the person he escorted was a junior.
Right, but I think they screwed up all of them. Like because
okay.
they do varsity, they do junior varsity and whatever, and yeah. So and
Scantrons.
So then they had to change it.
After the game or
It was the
something?
week later.
Oh my God.
Because they announced it at the game,
Right.
The winners, and then the next week they had to we had our little TV show or whatever, and
Yeah,
the,
you guys
the guy
used
in
to have
charge
the TV news.
Life
he had to
altered.
announce it, and then I remember because in the yearbook, if you look at the yearbook, they just have like kind of staged pictures of the ones that actually won. And
Well, yeah. So
Hey.
no, my brother's girlfriend at the
Brutal.
time, we have old camcorder footage of my mom being like, "Here's the real winner," and like,
Oh my God.
she had her sash and everything. So yeah, it was
it was so brutal. I felt so horrible.
terrible.
That's fucking
Absolutely terrible.
wild,
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
But that's not what happened here.
That sounds like
but that did not happen here at all.
So let's
He's just illustrating that point to say that Nate, you got last.
let's check in. I'm going to
Nate
check.
was like, "Is there hope? Is
what
there
I,
hope?
what I
Is this
hear,
really what happened?"
what I hear is I'm going to check in next week. That's what I hear. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Scotch.
No problem.
That was a tough category. That's a lot of YouTube. That's digging.
Yeah, it was rough. I always feel bad when I can't just
Don't feel bad. You did
but-
great.
No,
You should
I
feel
think
really
I
bad.
picked the correct-
You should just.
You picked the correct
Wow, you
team,
really
and everyone
self-
you were pretty
everyone
close
says
to the
so.
correct.
Shame on you.
You were in the area.
The
of
only
correct.
thing you did wrong was pick Nick for anything because I fucking hate him.
Wow, we started Tuesday with that. Now we're ending with that scary hay of Zach.
So
Guys.
so what do we got coming?
Well, we've got a beer release.
And then
A week from Saturday, right? A week from Saturday, February 5th, beer release. Scotch is going to be there. We're all going to be there. and Scotch is gonna be playing some music from his album, The Ballad of Bosco Jenkins.
Correct. And I might have a little second verse of a certain commercial that I made recently.
Don't let Facebook hear you say that shit. We're gonna cancel you,
An
bro.
extremely controversial commercial.
So we're gonna do that. We're gonna have BVK IPA is gonna be on sale at Last Calls Brewing Tap Room in downtown Oakdale, California. Fly out. You know what I mean? Like if you're listening and you got time right now, just jump on a ticket. In fact, I was going to say the first thing that comes from the furthest away, right, is going to get the shirt. And I was looking. One of our fans, Monica Topher, I think is in Ohio.
Ooh.
And she's comments
Beautiful
a lot on
country.
stuff. And I'm saying, you just get yourself a little ticket out of Cincinnati.
I
come to San Fran.
Go to San Francisco, definitely, because that's going to be different from Ohio. But when you come to the Valley, you're going to be like, fuck, I'm in Ohio.
I'm in Ohio.
This is very Ohio.
We're just flying to Sac. You know what I mean?
So come to the beer release. And then we got a movie coming next week to kind of like get us in the mood, right?
Oh, yeah, we got some food truck action.
So, Nikki, what's the movie?
We got Chef.
Oh, yeah.
We are diving into Jon Favreau's Chef. And
Favreau.
Yeah, I think
are,
it's French. I think it's Favreau. Like that. Yeah.
Favreau.
And we are, the draft topic is best movie dish.
Yeah.
Or
Best food in a movie.
Best food in a movie, best movie dish. Yes.
Number one pick is going to be the maggots
It's most memorable,
Christian
right?
Bale had to eat.
Most memorable movie dish.
Best.
Not
Not most memorable.
So tastiest.
Tastiest.
The one you would want to eat the
yes,
most.
the one that looks best tasting.
The
Thinking
number
like
one pick
delicious.
has to be either the Turkish Delight from the original British version of Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, or we're going to go the feast scene, food fight scene from Hook, right? Is
I
that
don't
where
think
we're
we
going?
normally do this, where we just say,
Bang.
here's what should be drafted.
Cool. Okay, we'll just. You want to just let your whole list out?
I've got some other ones. You guys
What
ever
else
seen
what else do you got?
ever seen the movie Raw?
Oh, jeez.
No.
I haven't seen it, but I know about it.
Should
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah.
The sequel to Tusk.
Okay. So we're doing those next week.
But also, our favorite brewmaster, Walter Ramirez, is going to be on the pod
Yes,
to
sir.
draft our favorite food items. And we might have a special guest for the chef pod. So
We might. Hopefully we do.
we're hoping that
Stay
works
tuned.
out.
They may be there. They may have a model shoot. We're not sure.
That's true.
that's how
Lauren.
That's how our guest judges roll.
Scott, you got a model shoot next week because you're good to go.
You know, I think I'm clear. I'm good. I am fucking sitting around like I was tonight.
All right.
Hey.
Thanks,
I love you
Scott.
guys. Thanks
you
for
guys.
coming out here. Thanks for letting me make fun of your last place finish, Nate.
I
I appreciate
yeah.
you.
Nate, what can you do to help yourself?
What button are you about to push? I thought you were going to push a button.
No, I'm not pushing buttons.
Brad has his finger on a button as he
I'm
asks
waiting
me.
to
know what?
stop, but I'm just saying, like,
What can I do? I'm going to go to Vegas and drown my sorrows and whatever things are waiting for me in Vegas.
as of last week, Nate is heading to Vegas. So you're hearing this on Thursday, but
Yeah.
Nate went to Vegas last week. And so hopefully he's still alive.
So guaranteed,
questionable.
Nate will have COVID next week.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll be on remote. Okay.
Oh, thanks for coming out, everybody. We love you
Later,
guys.
guys.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Adios.
I wanna be at Beverly's, bringing me home with my movies, just to fly by, no reason why. I love this scene. Nick Nates, I can brag, your favorite podcast. Let's start